Welcome. I'm John, the owner and curator of the United States Military Historical Collection, or USMHC. This is my opportunity to share the stories of the men and women who served our nation. So, welcome to the channel, and I hope you'll join me in learning and hearing about these stories and sharing them with others. The United States Military Historical Collection is a collection of over 7,000 items from the Civil War up to modern day. Over 90% of those items have been donated by the veteran or the veteran's families, so we have their stories, their histories, and their service to be able to share with others. Over 700 veterans make up this collection. I started collecting military stuff when I was 5 years old. A neighbor behind me called me down one day and said, "I have something for you." I went and visited, and he had an Army helmet liner and some lightings from his service in World War II. I was intrigued and wanted to know more. He told me a little bit about his service, but then sent me on my way. I took the items originally as kind of child's playthings and used them for a Halloween costume playing a soldier for many years while I was a child. Eventually, I kind of wanted to know more and understand more about the veterans, the stories, and these items. So I started interviewing everybody in town that was in the service, talked with them, asked questions, learned more and more about the concept of military and military service. And over the years, the collection grew. You talk to one guy, he'd send you to talk to somebody else, and eventually you've talked to 30, 50, 100, almost 1,000 veterans I've had the opportunity to interview and talk to. Granted, not all of them have had items to contribute to the collection, but it's still stories that need to be shared, need to be recorded, and need to be held. In college, I was working retail sales. Well, I looked down at the counter and saw the ad sitting in front of me, and it said Veterans Day Sale. And I thought to myself, that's not what this holiday is about. I need to do something more to bring people's attention back to what the true meaning of Veterans Day is. And in 1999, I started the Veterans Day observance. It was just a one-day event, setting up my collection, opening it up to the public, and just sharing some of those stories and some of that history. As the years went on and that display continued, the collection continued to grow. Every year, even when the display wasn't going on, in the off season, I'd have people calling and reaching out, asking how can they donate more items of theirs or their family members. And over the years, over the last 40 plus years, my collection has grown to over 7,000 items. And while the display showcases those stories, I want to be able to bring this to another level. Coming in and checking out the display, I love everybody that's come to do it. I love the people that keep coming back year after year, the ones that look forward to seeing this. I love having that display out. It just showcases so many people. But I needed to go to another level, and hence here we are with the USMHC YouTube channel. I want to tell the extraordinary service and stories of those veterans whose items make up the collection. We all hear the stories about the Audie Murphys, the Elvin York, John Basilone, but often we never really hear about the stories of that neighbor down the street who served here and did that. You never really think about that family member who served in this capacity and was deployed to that state or this nation. Every one of our veterans has a story. And I feel it's my job to try to be able to convey as many of those stories as I can, because that history and that individual has the right to have their story told. See, the thing is for me that all veterans are heroes. Doesn't matter where they served or where they were assigned or what they volunteered for or what they were just selected to do. They all answered our nation's call. Everybody from the orders clerk to the infantryman, from the Navy yeoman to the fighter pilot. All of them deserve to have that story known and shared as much as possible. I want to give that recognition to each and every one of those veterans because, in my mind, they truly deserve it. So I hope you'll follow this journey and share these stories, as I will, on social media and every other platform that we can. Because the best way to remember a veteran, living or gone, is to continue to say their name. Because once their name is no longer said, their memory fades. And I don't want any of these guys and gals' memories to fade. I go beyond just the annual display of a few days a year because, honestly, our veterans deserve our recognition and our honor every day of the year. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe. and I'll see you in the next video.